Okay guys, welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. So, I hope you're all safe, hope you're all well. Obviously scary times with this COVID-19 virus thing kicking around. I heard lots of people have got different opinions on it, all that sort of stuff, and the world's gone a bit crazy at the moment. What's going on with me? Well, about a month ago I came down with a virus for a week. Just like a kind of weak shivering thing. I think a little bit of fever at the start, but no snots or anything like that, just like weak. And after about 5 days that went away and I was fine for about a week. Went and did my track day, and then around about the first of the month I got like a sore throat and a dry persistent cough, and I've had that cough, still got it now, but I've got no other symptoms apart from this dry cough. So really I've just been keeping a low profile for the last month almost. I don't know what the time is now, what the date is. It's about 23rd or something, since the start of the month. But today, you know, I'm feeling well enough to go for a little drive. Oh, I'm feeling fine actually. I've been using the time to do a little bit of DIY in the house, but I was doing lots of sanding and painting, stuff like that, and when you got like this dodgy chest, I think it aggravates it. So I'm really struggling to get rid of this dry cough. Is it coronavirus? I bloody hope it is, but I don't think it is, unfortunately, so I'm being extra careful. You don't know, so I'm just being extra careful to stay away, because if it isn't coronavirus and you get another virus when you got one already, then you could be in trouble, couldn't you? But also just staying out of contact of other people and stuff like that, although I don't think I'm probably contagious now. But yeah, I've had this dry cough for ages. So many opinions, isn't there, on coronavirus? First, people are angry, that's the first thing. First off, they were angry with the shelves being emptied. Don't see why you get so angry. I know, I think because people are scared, but supply and demand, there's been a lot of coverage of this in the media, and media have been telling you to sort of self-isolate, and that there's a pending possible imposed isolation where they say we want you to stay in. So people go and stock up on food and toilet roll and stuff like that. We just get our shopping online, and when it turned up there was no toilet roll, and so the missus was like, oh my god, I just went down the co-op and got some. So, you know, it's not that bad, is it, this whole situation with toilet roll and rice? I think people are just venting. Yes, in an ideal world the shelves wouldn't be empty, but I think you're just going to get that. What else? I think now people are venting on the fact that people are still going to restaurants and still going for walks and mingling with people and stuff when they should be indoors. I probably agree actually, but I'm out going for a drive now, but I'm not really in contact with anyone, am I? So, but again, I think you should just stay calm. I think it's probably a nasty virus, isn't it? And it's one of those viruses that you probably want to avoid. If it is this virus, I wouldn't be too worried about it. It's just like a nasty cough. But I don't know, yeah, it seems to affect people differently, doesn't it? I think we're in for 3 or 4 months of this and kind of constant coverage, and then once the tide is turned and the levels start dropping, I think things will slowly go back to normal. That's what I feel anyway. So I'm taking it reasonably seriously, but I'm using the time. And today is an amazing, forgive the coughing guys, it's just weird. Yesterday I thought the cough had gone. It seems to come back with a little bit of a vengeance. Well, not a vengeance, it's just annoying. A little dry cough. I'm just going to use the time now to get jobs done around the house, and I've done most of those jobs already. I don't mess around, I get stuck in. But I'm not going to be doing any painting today because of my lungs. I think it will just aggravate my lungs. So look at the weather today, guys. Now I want to focus back on my driving. I love going for little drives and just bringing the camera along, chatting to you guys about life and cars and stuff like that. First thing I want you to do is, in the comments, put how the coronavirus is affecting you. If you know anybody that's got it, if you're a worker that has to kind of work through it, know, or if you're isolating, what are you doing? How seriously are you treating it? Are you using your time? What are you doing if you're at home, you know, self-isolating or social distancing? You know, what are you doing? Just let this guy go. Miles away. What are you doing? How's it affected you? That's the first thing. Second thing, channel update. Well, we're about to hit 100,000 subscribers. We might even hit 100,000 subscribers today, so that's cool. I'll probably do a separate little video on that to say thank you to everyone, and kind of, you know, like, it's a good point to reflect on where the channel is. Okay, so let's do a little bit of driving, guys. That's why I come out. I got the traction control off on my car. Some of you get a bit worried when I say I drive with traction control off. You say don't encourage that. Well, guys, if you're watching this channel and you start driving your car with traction control off, because I am, then you're an idiot. And if you can't drive a car safely with traction control off, you shouldn't be driving at all. I drive it off because I don't like, especially on a day like today. This is a dangerous bend, this is. I don't always like feeling the car messing around with the power and removing the power. I like to, you know, feel what's going on a little bit. Not always, but it's pouring with rain and stuff like that. Okay, guys, but another point for today's video is to just enjoy the roads, because one thing with the virus is the roads are clear. So look at this, I've got all of the roads around Goodwood, which are some of the best roads in the country. Beautiful, rolling British countrysides, and no cars. There's nobody out. Look at it. I got a whole road to myself. I can just stop. I'm not going to stop. I'm just slowing down. Look at it. You never get the roads like this. Although I know these roads, and these are good little drivers' roads. So you can have a little bit of a kind of you can enjoy the performance of the car without going mad. And I love this 330 Ci. It's running pretty good at the moment. I've got some more work to do on it. The reason I like it is it's just a simple car with about the right amount of power, a nicely balanced chassis, rear wheel drive, manual, and it's just a really simple car. For £2,000 I've got a TV built in here. I've got integrated sat nav. I can see where I am on the map. It might be a bit of an old-fashioned map. Look at this. I love it when spring kicks in, the skies are blue and it's warm. Suddenly this part of the country, West Sussex, suddenly becomes an amazing place to be, in my opinion. Just the weather in the winter is just hard, isn't it? They say, oh, that person's seen too many winters, like in Game of Thrones. I understand that saying now, because the winter really takes its toll on you. Right, anyway. So yeah, just enjoying this car. Everything about this car is nice. Putting it through the corners. I can't wait to take it to track. We got a track day booked. Me, Reg, and Mark and Lewis, and some other guys as well down in Bedford. But I think we're going to have to cancel that. The track day at the moment is still going ahead. But I'm not sure if it will. It's just, I've got a feeling it's going to be too complicated. So what we're going to do here, let's do a left. This is an awesome road. This is one hell of a road. This is the road down to Petworth. Look at it. It's smooth, good new road. This not so potholy. Whee! Oh yes. Let's make sure I've got all my windows done up, so I don't get any. I get a bit of wind noise in this car always. This side, so I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. Look at this. Rolling British countryside, tractors out ploughing the fields. Look at this. Trees over the road like a tunnel. Amazing roads. And even this lorry in front of me is going at a decent speed. mountain bike riding up there. East Dean, Singleton, lovely part of the world this is. Now let's see if we can get past this thing. He's going at a good speed though, well 40 miles an hour, not that good. Yeah. There's a straight here, isn't there? Ah, there's a car coming, damn it. Okay, let's go past. Oh. These roads. I love just going for a drive. That's why I got this car. To enjoy driving it. So I want to talk about what's next for the channel So I want to talk about what's going to go on with the channel in 2020 when this whole coronavirus thing is blown over. Well, car-wise, there's one little car that I'm hankering on getting again, and that is another little GTV. I'm hankering on getting a little GTV, maybe a 2-litre twin spark. I've had loads of both of them, but I've had tons of the V6s. I might just get myself a little cheap 2-litre twin spark as a bit of a project. I want to get some more work done on this 330 Ci though. I plan to do a good clean on the exterior this week. It'll be like the first proper wash of it, and then I'll go through and show you all of the problems with the paintwork, which are considerable problems, and they're going to be difficult. We can patch up some of the things ourselves, which we can do some videos on, but I don't know what to do with the paint on this car. The car really needs a full respray, and that's a problem. Because the car, you know, if the car's worth £2,000, to have a full respray done properly, you need to be spending a minimum of £3,000 really. Any garage, I know I've said this before on the channel, whenever you talk about resprays, you always get, my mate will do it for 700 quid. Well, if your mate's doing resprays for 700 quid, he's not doing himself any favours, because to do a full respray properly, you need to dismantle the car, don't you? You know, all the bits, wing mirrors off, door handles off, bumpers off, potentially windows out. Not always, but you know what I mean? To respray it properly, and it's in the prep of all the components to get everything smooth and flat, ready to be resprayed properly. So when you're paying 700 quid, what you're going to get, excuse me, is very, very fast prep and a blowover, and you'll actually devalue the car. And sometimes it might be, I know it might be viable on a cheap car like this. Some people, at a distance it looks good, but cheap blowovers to me, I can spot them a mile away and they ruin the car. And I like the car too much to ruin it. I'd rather it had bad shot paintwork than a shoddy respray. So it's all about really deciding, do I want to invest that sort of money in this car? The answer is probably not. I don't know. We'll see. It's running great. Got some mechanical things. We've got to strip the front bumper off and strip the coolant system down to replace the reservoir, not the entire coolant system obviously, but quite a bit of it to get that reservoir out. It's not that difficult. Flush it all out, put in the proper coolant rather than the stuff that's in there. We've got a ton of jobs still to do. The misfiring issue, hardly ever does it, but I need to get that sorted out. So that's where we are with this big particular car, guys. The M140 is doing great. Oh, this is a lovely stretch of road here. It's got to be a Roman road, isn't it? what I want to do is try and hang a left somewhere, try and cut back over to the Midhurst Road and come back down on the Midhurst Road. So I'll probably take this road here, Selham Graffham. That's cross country. This is gonna be really rural. This should be lovely actually. Let's go this way. Oh, I used my indicator. Oh god, this is a tiny road. I think I've been this. I know all the roads around here. Grew up in this area. Beautiful country roads. Feel like putting John Denver on and singing "Country Road, take me home." So guys, the one cool thing you can do, I suppose, with all this corona thing is just go out for a nice country drive. And driving puts me in a better mood. It engages me. Get a sense of like covering distances and seeing things and experiencing the world in comfort. That's what I love about cars, and I love the way you control them and they handle all that sort of stuff. I'm a car, always have been a car nutter. They're just cool, aren't they? I can't understand blokes that are not into cars. I know we've all got our own little hobbies, but I just can't understand how you can not love driving and not like want to sort of experience different cars. Great road this is. Don't think I've done this road either. Oh yeah, I have. I know, look at that. They both turn off. It's magic, it's a magical day. Beautiful part of the world, guys. Now, also I want you to put in the comments where you live and what little drives you do. Everyone's got to drive out, no matter where you live in England, you can get out of your town. Woo, a bit wet here. It's going on here, must have some flooded something or other. You must have, no matter where you are, like you can access the country. When I used to live in London, you know, half an hour you could get out of London and you could go and find some nice roads and stuff like that. Where do you drive? And it'll also create a little community of cool places to go for a little drive. Oh wow, these roads are just phenomenal. You have to be careful like, as well though, because you've got blind bends, so if someone else is going fast, you know, we might not be able to stop in time, so always just slow down if it's a blind bend like here. Probably more accidents on these roads than there are on the main ones, because if you get carried away it gets a bit dangerous. Where the fucking hell am I? I'm going to hang a left here, I think. Yeah, I've gone off-piste. I'm not going to be able to make this turn. Oh, so look at the turning circle. Everything about this car is good. The coolest thing about this video will be the lack of cars. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, we are in a really rural area, but still there's, you know, more cars around normally. Wow, look at this house. Holy shit, look at that house. It's huge. Oh my goodness. It's like a hotel. What is that? Someone with some money there. That's a mansion and a half. Gallows Hill. Wow. Oh, these houses here. Jesus. This is like the Premier League, this road. Oh my word. I wish you could see what I'm seeing in these houses down the side. They are stunning houses. Oh, look at that one. Oh, one day, John, when my channel hits 100,000 subscribers, I'll be able to afford a house like that. I wish. Need 100 million subscribers. Some beautiful houses around here. I don't think I've done this road. I'm on some road heading down to Grafham. Just amazing. Amazing. It's a very affluent part of the country, this is. Oh good, okay. So this has got to be a right here, isn't it? Midhurst, yes. Midhurst, Hayshot, Cocking. Oi! Look at these roads! Oh wow! This is a new. I've got little routes that I do, and I have never gone this way before. I do not recognise this road, and it is absolutely stunning here. This is such a beautiful road. Over to the left and right is this rolling countryside with little houses, amazing houses. What a nice place to live this would be. So, oh my God, that house is beautiful. There's got to be a left here, is it? No. What's? No, let's go right to Midhurst. Grafham. Actually, I want to see what Grafham's like. Oh shit, this is it all. Oh. This is a bad. I'm going to get away with doing this because there's no traffic. I want to go to this Grafham town. Yeah, I was going to say, me and my missus, she wants to be in a town, you know, because of you've got the community, you've got everyone on your doorstep and stuff like that. I am the opposite. I want to be out in the rural, away from people, away from everything, away from traffic, away from infrastructure, just away from it all with loads of privacy in a house like this. You know, any of these houses would do me. This is my ideal place, actually. I must make a note of where this is on the map. I'm not that I can afford it, but yeah, north of kind of Chichester, in the Goodwood Hills, is one of the nicest parts of the country. But she would find it a little bit isolated, I think. But I don't. 5 minutes and you're in town. And you get these wonderful roads. I think pretty much any town nowadays in England, doesn't matter what town it is, this is not some Brexit anti-immigration thing. This is just what I've noticed. Wow, White Horse, look at that. That looks like an amazing pub. But every sort of town centre now, even Chichester, is like, you walk up at a street in Chichester and there's about 20 kind of beggars. All there with their cups and stuff like that. That was never like that when I was growing up. And Bognar's even worse. Jesus. And it's not nice. Oh, T-junction, so we want to go left. Whereas I think there are pockets of what I call England like this that are still left, where you don't have the sort of grottiness with the large towns. And it's probably the same everywhere in the world, isn't it, really? Unfortunately, where you get masses of people, hundreds of thousands of people living, you get the bad sides of society as well. Anyway, it's just me, sort of, what's that called? Forester's Arms. That's just me thinking out loud, because I've really been craving a move out of the town into the rural areas for years, or even another country. I think getting out of England is something that I'm interested in. This is beautiful. So this is Grafham Village. What a lovely place. tiny little village, but little kind of farm shop. Just beautiful. Ooh, there's someone out. I thought that was Reg. That's an M140. He's got the same idea as me. He's got the same idea as me. Get out on the roads on a day like today when there's no one there. Well, this will be one of the kind of most longest, most boring videos I've ever done, but I'm really enjoying myself, guys, because it's such a rare time to be able to drive on a nice sunny spring hot day around beautiful rural England. Let's go to T-Junction, Norwood. Beautiful. Oh, I'm heading back the way I came here, I think. Oh, never mind. I'm going the wrong way. I need to turn round. I need to turn round. Well, I'm going to come out at the exact junction that I came off of. So somehow, so we can catch up with that M140. Somehow I missed a turn. God, he's going somewhere. Jesus Christ! Just run me off the road, why don't you? Should have been my horn then. He was well over the central reservation, or not, whatever it's called. He was well over the dotted line, which is my lane. Beautiful cottage. So after today I was going to go back and I was thinking about painting the front of the house, the wooden bit, but with these lungs, that's not a good idea. Midhurst. That's what I want. Yes, I know where I went wrong. I know where I went wrong. Beautiful, beautiful England. I'm driving a little bit too fast. So just respect the speed limit, 30 miles an hour. Go driving through a residential area with like revving and making loads of noises and stuff. If I lived here, and that was happening all the time, it's the sort of thing that makes you want to move, isn't it? So I don't want to drive and make all these people that live here want to move because of road noise or me driving through the village too quickly. So sensible speed. Graffham House. So this must be the centre of the village. What a beautiful place. Building company at work. Well, they're doing a great job. Building a little re-roofing extension maybe. Oh, these houses, look at them. Will you look at that? Look at that. I'm going to run out of battery power at some point. How long can these GoPros go on for? Beautiful. Oh, hold on a second. That's a dead end. Oh, I know where I am. Seaford College. Jesus Christ. Used to play them at rugby when I was a kid. So, I've been here before. I remember going down here before and thinking, hold on, it's a dead end. Stunning. Okay, we will figure a way out here. This is the way. Deja vu, the white horse. Am I going the right way? Sat nav on this thing. Accurate to within 100 miles. I know. Guys, I've been talking long enough. I'm just going to let the cameras roll until the battery runs out, and I hope you guys enjoy the drive. Car, this 330 Ci. You can go sort of, you see all the new cars coming out, well, new cars, you know, and people go and buy them and pimp them out, and they look great, and you look at them and you kind of crave them and want them. But I I crave and want these old cars just as much. And I sort of think that the old cars are a little bit purer in some ways, you know. Some ways, don't get me wrong, you know, a brand new car is awesome, it's so nice. But I love these old cars where there's just less electronics, and I have all the electronics, apart from ABS, which you can't turn off. I have all, which is probably sensible, I wouldn't want to turn that off anyway, probably, really. But I have everything turned off, and I'm just enjoying a 6-cylinder car. It's got a really good engine, really reliable, robust engine that really likes being kind of revved. It feeds the power out nice through the rev range, but as you get into the high rev range, that's where you really start to feel it, and that's nice. You know, no turbocharging, just kind of nice. It's only got what, 200 and where the hell am I going? Just keep going this way. It's only got like what, 250, 260 horsepower, something like that. Probably even less now. But for a 150,000 mile car, the engine is so smooth and powerful still, and all the essentials of how you drive this car are still there. But if this car was brand new, everything would be tighter and a bit less rattly, but essentially it'd be the same experience. And that's what I like. And for £2,000, what a bargain it is. And it's like a limited edition thing, so it looks beautiful as well. The estrial blue colour is nice. It should be nice. My one's shot to bits, but it still looks nice. It's just got little touches on it, like the unique alloys and the, wow, beautiful unique alloys and the little wing on the back, which I know some people say they don't like, but when you own it, you start to get to love all these little features of the car. You know, this car's never going to be like a show car. It's just not been it's not been loved well enough over the last, I'd say, 5 or 6 years, and it's at that age where really it's ready for the, you could argue it's ready for the scrapyard, but I don't think it is. I think this is far too good to come off the roads. And I would rather just, if it becomes uneconomically viable for me to fully restore it, which it is, I could always look to just strip it down and enjoy it as a track car, you know, because it's not a good enough example, you could argue, or a valuable, rare enough kind of thing to sort of mothball it or say anything like that. You never know, maybe in 20 years time it might be, you know, I don't know, no, it'll never be valuable. They're phenomenal cars, these 330 CIs, and you can do this when you're pulling away. Oh, if I stop the car, traction control's back on. Swine. Okay, there we go. One thing I would like to get sorted is the slippy clutch. The clutch is worn, so you really go hell for leather. You can feel where it's not kind of engaging, but it's not that much of a problem. It would be a problem if I was tracking it, but just for driving around normally, it's okay. There you go. 30 miles an hour. Cocking, I know this town. Cocking. Beautiful place this is. I think are we in Surrey? I think we might be out of the Sussex borders into Surrey, or right on the northern borders of Sussex, or maybe still in Sussex though. I know this road well. I used to drive down here to go to Farnborough Way. There's a British car auction up in Blackbush that I used to go to a lot and check out and buy cars up there. I go back there every now and then. There's some bargains to be had always at car auctions. Oh, look at this road. Wow, we've got another car in front. That's a first. Oh, wow, that is a house there in a beautiful location, like it's in a on the side of a hill, but in like a little valley almost. That's a stunning location for a house. That's rare, that is. Holy shit, what a place to live. It's like the only house in the middle of the rolling countryside. Incredible. What a location that is. That'll be worth millions. Even though it's just a normal sized house on the looks of it. Just an incredible location. Look at these roads. Even these cars in front are going at a good speed. Jesus, they're going fast. It's like track day. I can feel this cough starting to break up now, which is good. It's not so dry. Nothing worse than talking about your ailments when you get old. Oh, my bunions, my piles. But I tell you, the last 3 weeks, or the last month basically for me, that little gap where I was fine, have been horrible. But that's life, isn't it? You just gotta bunker down, you know. Let your body rest and recover. I think I made the mistake of when I felt better, you know, I felt a tiny bit better, and then I'm back up doing things when you should just be resting and letting your body recover. It's my mistake. But I'm mowing the grass, my back lawn, and cutting things and painting things and sanding things down and fixing the oven and all this DIY stuff. I want to get it all done and the house all sorted out the way so that I can just enjoy the summer without having all these little DIY jobs looming over me. One job that I can't do myself is like the, what's it called? What's it bloody called? Underneath the guttering, the boarding that the guttering mounts to. It's got a word, I can't remember what it is. Mine's wood and the paint's starting to peel off it. Either needs capping or ripping out. Really I should be ripping it out, doing it properly, but it's going to cost thousands of pounds, so I've been trying to put a little bit of money aside for that as well. So that needs to be done this summer. And then I want to get the roof all cleaned at the same time and some rotten bits of wood at the end sorted as well. Beautiful village. Oh yeah. So we're going to take a left here back into Goodwood, and then we're probably out of battery. So look at this willow tree here, stunning. This is the West End Gardens, the Wealdon Down Open Museum, and Van Man Woodhouse. In fact, no, we're going to go straight on. I've got some traffic. Never mind, can't grumble. Brilliant, just to get that level of freedom on the roads. It's been a rare thing, guys. So I hope you enjoyed getting out and driving with me for this 45 minutes. I'm looking at the camera, I'll chop some bits out, so it won't be quite that long for you, but I'll probably just stick the whole lot up. And you know, because people are going to be stuck indoors isolating, so maybe people will appreciate like a virtual drive. So I'm just trying to think of the title for this video. You know, I won't monetize this video, I'll demonetize it, because I'll use coronavirus or something, you know, escape the coronavirus, explore the countryside while you're in coronavirus isolation or something, I'll call it. Because that's what I wanted you to do, but I also wanted to explore myself and get out, just for, even if it's like an hour or so. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Stay safe, you know, keep your hands clean. I've got my bottle of hand cleaner here. Couldn't buy one, but the missus had one in the Golf, so I've nicked it. I'll put it back when I've finished or she'll go bloody nuts. take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Holding on to what I knew, but the moment's gone. Where was I when